Hi, I'm James, and our hand model today is Paul. Today we're going to be looking at the Serenity series of controls featuring the Balboa BP series. The first thing you'll see when you power up your tub is the words run pumps, purge air. This is just saying, you got to link the top side to the pack. Simply, you can override this by pushing the temperature up button. If you do wait 4 minutes, it will automatically start running. So right now the pump will turn on low speed, and as you can see on the display, it says the temperature units, but without a temperature reading, as it's polling right now to figure out if it's got proper flow and the actual temperature of the water. You'll also see on the screen the word ready and the word range with an up arrow beside it. Now we're going to be going into the programming mode to show you what those two mean and how to adjust them. To get into programming mode, just simply push one of the temperature buttons till it flashes, and then the illumination button. Now you're in the programming mode. And the first one you see is the word temp, and the word range is now flashing with the up arrow. As Paul pushes the down arrow, it just simply changes the range from high to low. Now, the difference between the two is high range allows you to set your tub at 104 and a minimum setting of 80. And the low range, it goes as high as 99 and as low as 67. This could be useful if you're not going to be using the tub or going on vacation and you want to set temperature below the 80 degrees. Now, Paul's going to go back into the programming mode, and after he hits light again after temp, it shows you mode, and now the word ready is flashing. If he uses the arrows, it changes the word ready to rest and changes it back to ready. So these two modes, ready is your tub will turn on every half hour and poll for temperature. If it's below your set temperature, it'll keep running to maintain the temperature that you have set. And then rest, it'll only run during its filter cycles and only heat during its filter cycles. Very similar to economy mode in past tubs. And the third menu we're going to see after mode, it hits light again, is set time. So you'll want to do these three steps right away when you power up the tub. So set the time, it just uses the up and down arrows to set the hours. And if he hits the illumination, changes it to minutes, and you can adjust your minutes. And in our next video, we're going to show you how to adjust your filter cycles and some of the other features of this top side. Hello, in this second video featuring the Serenity series control, we're going to show you how to properly set your filter cycles as well as the hold or standby mode. So to get into your filter cycles, you're going to get into the programming mode by pushing the temperature up button and then pushing the illumination key. You're going to keep pushing illumination and scroll through until you see the word filter. Now you can see the 1 is flashing in the bottom. This is so you have two filter cycles that you can set. So the first one we're going to set, filter 1. When you push the arrow up, you'll see begin. And if you hit the arrow again, it shows you the time. And this would be when you want your first filter cycle to start. You can see Paul's just adjusting the hours. And if you want to adjust the minutes, you hit the illumination key, the minutes will flash, and you can adjust the minutes. So this is the time of day that you'll want your very first filter cycle to run. Now once he's done that, he hits the illumination key, and now it's asking you for run hours. This is the duration on how long you want that cycle to run. And he's using the arrow keys simply to adjust it, how many hours. And you can do that from 1 to 24. And now he's going to go in, and it's going to show you the end time once you've set that, when it started and how many hours, and it's going to show you that he has now set it so that it'll run until 11:30. So once he's done that, he's going to switch it over to filter 2 by pushing the illumination key, and you'll see that it says off. Now that's the way it will arrive at your house. And if you want the second filtration, you simply push arrow up changes the off to on, and once you've done that, you hit the illumination, and it's the same as filter 1. The beginning time, what time you want it to run. Easy, just adjusting the hours, and then you can adjust the minutes as well. And once you're happy with that setting, it's going to ask you the how long again, and you can run it from every 15 minutes up until 24 hours. So this allows you to run 2 cycles, maybe one in the morning and one at night, or you can just keep it as one filtration and run it for one run during the day. And once you're happy with your settings, you just simply scroll back out until you go back to the main menu, and now we're going to show you how to put it into hold or standby mode. So he's just scrolling through the menu key using the illumination key until he says the word hold, and once it's there, you hit the arrow up, and the screen says holding for 60 minutes. This is a 1 hour hold. This allows you to change your filter, clean your filter, just kind of a pause without actually going and turning off your breaker. And once you're done that, if you want to override that and get out of it, all you have to do is hit one of the up or down arrow keys. Okay, thank you. In this third video of the Serenity series control panel, we're going to show you some of its other features. If you go back into the programming mode, temperature, and then illumination, so if you keep scrolling, you'll see the word flip. This just simply flips the display so that you can read it from inside the tub. And you see it's upside down, and you see how Paul is pushing an INV key or invert key. This is just a shortcut key doing the same thing as the flip mode in the programming. The next one we're going to show you is the lock feature. Now once you've hit lock and you hit the arrow up, you'll see the word temp, and if you hit on, arrow up, this is a temperature lock. This just simply locks out the temperature. Whatever your temperature is set for, no one can adjust it while that lock is on. The other feature in lock is a full panel lock. So once you've got into lock, we'll go back into the lock mode, scroll through, and lock. You hit temperature up, you see temp, and if you hit the illumination, it shows you panel. And then if you hit temperature again, on and off as you hit the up and down arrows. So if you activate the full panel lock, this locks out all the buttons on the control panel, which is useful if you're going to go away on vacation. You don't want anybody playing with it once you've got your temperature and your filter time set. And the third feature we're going to show you is preferences. So you're just scrolling through the modes again until you see pref. And in here, this is where you can change the temperature units from Fahrenheit to Celsius, just using the arrow keys. Simply arrow up, Celsius or Fahrenheit, whatever you prefer. And also, you can also change it from 24-hour clock to a 12-hour clock. So if you prefer the military time, the 24-hour clock, you can simply change it here in the preference mode. And that's about it for the Serenity series controls. Thank you for watching.